That like when I just came in here, you kissed me on my forehead, and then you kissing the other lady.
I didn't kiss you today.
When I just came in, you just kissed me on the cheek or forehead. You forgot that quick?
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. And we're talking about obviously how Troy has become a problematic individual in the show. And there's a few things we're gonna have to break down with the date with him and Alexis. As you just watched that clip as well, you saw him just deny that I didn't kiss you. But actually, he did kiss her when he got into there. He actually kissed her on the forehead, as he always does. But we're going to break down some of the behaviors and break some of the body language down as well. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, make sure you like, share, subscribe as well. And also as well, you got the minerals. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. All right, let's get into the particular video as well. I think watching obviously Troy and Alexis, what my biggest issue was that Troy can't see beyond his own madness, bro. Like he can't see beyond. His behavior has been problematic through the whole season in the sense of kissing women, getting too close, breaking personal boundaries of these ladies, and never really consenting and getting their consent to be able to do this. Now, we are all down for the game. We're all down for, good smooth lines and some really, cool behavior that gets women to open up. Yes, we know the game and keeping it smooth. But there's a level where you begin to become creepy. And he began to reach that level last week when I talked about it, with him putting his arm above some of the ladies who were talking to him, with him getting too close, with him kissing, with him promising trips. And we all knew that they weren't going to fulfill. They were just wild speeches and thoughts that he was speaking of. And Alexis kind of caught him out in the past episode where she was like, I'm not really believing anything he's got to say. And on this episode, she dragged him. Oh, she called his clout out. And rightly so. Whenever you catch somebody in the lie, like they did catch Troy in the lie today, you don't date that person. Can I put that very blankly for you? You catch someone like Troy who's lied the way he does, you do not give them a second chance. You know what? It's just too risky. Let someone else date them. Yeah, but you walk away. Because when someone begins to have convenient amnesia for some of these behaviors, they're going to have convenient amnesia in the relationship too, with bigger, more wilder events. And that will break your heart 100-fold. So when you see problematic behaviors like convenient amnesia that he's had here, forgetting that he actually promised women, the world and to go on trips and stuff, and he can't remember him saying that to other girls, and he denies that later on, even with Stacey, even when they send him home, that should tell you everything you need to know about his particular behavior, right? But let's watch a little bit more of the clip. I want to bring you in and show you what happened here. So we have obviously Alexis and Troy going on a date, and I want you to pay attention to what's going to happen next. Listen to the way that Alexis describes her going on a date with Troy, and that will give an instance in terms of where she stood. And what I really liked about Alexis is that, Alexis stood strong, made sure she let him know during the dinner why she was feeling the way she was feeling, and kept it real, and kept it a buck. Simple. And I appreciated that. But before we even got to that point, she shows her disdain and her dislike. Watch the body language now. Pay attention to this.
I had to go on a date with Troy.
Pause. I don't know if you just clocked it. Just as she said, I have to go on a date with Troy, eyes rolled up. The moment her eyes rolled up, that told me that she didn't want to be there anymore. That told me that she wasn't really interested in going on this date no more. That told me Troy was no longer somebody who she found to be someone of interest. This now was an annoyance. This was a nuisance. And this was now something she didn't really want to be involved with, right? And so she had gone past the point of actually caring for the relationship or caring to build a relationship at that point. That look tells me everything you need to know. She's not on it no more, right? Let's
I
continue.
know when we were at the mansion, he told me about taking me on a trip for my birthday. And then I found out that Troy has been going around telling the rest of the ladies the same darn thing.
So, and this is a problem I'm trying to tell you. Like, listen, I remember these are the days of when I was 18, MySpace. These are the days of MySpace where we copied a poem you sent to one girl and sent it to another girl, the same poem, just changed her name. Yeah, these are old school, and I mean really retrograde young schooling behavior. And actually, it shows that you're really not committed to actually trying to get to know women for a long-term relationship's sake. You're looking to copy and paste and get whatever you hit. That's what you're basically saying. You want to copy and paste hit with one of these ladies. So you're happy to recycle the same old lines for each individual woman. And like I said, women, if you encounter a man like this, you don't date. Man them, if you yourself are using these copy and paste lines, you really need to look at yourself. Is this really? Am I really taking it seriously? I want a long-term relationship? Is this how long-term relationships are built? With using 5 or 6 poems exactly the same, or 5 or 6 lines that are exactly the same, promising women all the same things? So you're not specific. You're just shooting, scattergun approach. That doesn't show somebody who's intentional about trying to get to know people. That just shows somebody who's willing to hit anything that comes his particular way, right? Let's play a little bit more of the clip.
And let me tell you, what you're not gonna do is put Alexis Fly in the same bucket. Well, hello,
Oh, look at you.
Older and...
Now, just before it gets to the next part, I want you to pay attention because he's going to do something now where he's going to hug her. And this is very, very important because when he hugs her, watch what he does. Remember, he's going to say later on, I never kissed her. I never put my lips on her. Watch what's about to happen. And this is why I'm saying to you that certain people, when you catch them in a lie, I've got no time for you. That convenient amnesia, it's not working for me. Nah, sorry. It's not working for me, unfortunately, because I believe that that's going to lead to a very toxic set of behaviors and later on down the line. I've done it for you, so you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. All right, let's play a bit more.
Wiser. How
What's going on? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing great now. Now that
Oh, was that a kiss? Let me stay hydrated. Was that a kiss? I think that was a kiss. Was that a kiss on the forehead, or at least on the side of her head? So he's still doing the same old behaviors. Right? He's still doing the same old behaviors. He hasn't changed. And he's gonna, and the worst thing about it is that he's gonna deny it a few minutes later. He's gonna deny actually doing it a few minutes later. Can you imagine? Right? Can you imagine? He's gonna deny doing it a few minutes later. So he's already kissed her.
you here?
Oh, is that right?
Or did you
Is where
drink?
I'm sitting right here?
Alexis walk in looking sexy as hell. You know, we men, we physical. We're trying to see what you're working with.
Look at
Now he's obviously talking about, Alexis looking beautiful, looking sexy, looking nice, everything like that. She's gonna set the tone in a second as well. So she's already annoyed, already pissed off, and she's gonna set the tone when she sits down and starts to address him. If you watch her body language and listen to the tone and the way she answers questions, madam know when a girl's pissed off, right? He knew too, right? As soon as she started, giving him some really poor responses, he knew straight away that she wasn't on it no more.
you.
I couldn't keep my eyes off her.
This is absolutely, you made my day.
I made your day.
This is a day maker right here.
Is that so?
You know,
That was the first one. She said, is you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of My Wife and Kids. Is that right? Is that right? Like she was like, is that right? Is that so? Like at that point, she doesn't believe the words that are coming out of his mouth. Now, listen, we've all been there when guys will blow hot air. Hot air basically is like you just chatting. You're gassing, you're capping, you're not really truthful about what you're saying. The person doesn't believe what you're really, really saying. And the reason why he does this is because, like I said, he's not serious or intentional about the dating of the show. He's here for fame. He's here to catch a girl on the side. He's here to get a quick beat. He's here to catch a little bit of TV time, 15 minutes of TV. Whatever he's here for, it's not for intentionality. Because if you were, you would know how to approach. You would look at a ways of approaching. You would really be intentional about the way that you come to these women. right? He's so unaware until she starts saying, one or two things, and he says, "Oh, am I in trouble?" And then he realizes he's in trouble. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
The energy I had with you last time we talked, I felt the spirit that you had, and it was for me, it felt electrifying. So I don't get butterflies often.
Oh, you have butterflies.
Butterfly.
She said, "Oh, you got butterfly." Said, "Oh, you got jokes." That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the same kind of vibe I got from when she said that. Oh, you got butterfly. Like, he's now laying it on thick. And this is what he did. He did the same thing with Amber in the earlier episodes, where he was like, "Amber, you look so good." Da, 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 da. Like, he was laying it on thick then. And he's doing the exact same thing here with Alexis Fly. Now, some people may feel like, oh, Alexis Fly is the exact same as Troy. Listen, I think they've got similarities. I don't think they're the same. They're not the same, because Troy looks to break people's boundaries, personal, physical boundaries. And I think that makes a huge difference. Somebody who's just not really, and also he overpromises. He promises everybody, "I'm going to take you here, take you there, take you this, take you there." It's not unique. It's not new. It's not individual. He just does this, right? He does this in order to get these girls to fall. He wants them to emotionally commit. This is dark arts game. This is not even dark arts. This is just basic old school game. Trying to make the girls commit through emotions. Trying to let them hear what they want to hear and get them to feel the way they need to feel, and then get them to move onto his side and to do what he wants, right? But these are grown-ass women. They shouldn't be falling for air service. They shouldn't be falling for lip service from you. They should be falling for the fact that you are speaking and you are acting. They should be seeing you speaking and then acting. There should be a level of integrity, and there should be a level of action on your part. So when you're speaking, you're not just speaking hot air, but you're actually backing it with some type of action, right? That's what should be happening. Okay, cool. Let's afford it a little bit more.
I'm actually glad that we're here because I know you tried to call me, for the last couple of days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really been responding to your messages.
Ah, man, yeah.
But I'm going to tell you.
So now she's set him up. He's like, "I'm going to tell you why I've not been responding to your messages." And I think the most important thing is that, like I said, Alexis really did lay it down. I love the way she approached it. She didn't shout. She didn't scream. She didn't get angry. She just said, "Listen, look, I've been ignoring your messages. And here's why I've been ignoring your messages. X, Y, and Z." And I think this is the most proper way to do it. Like, if you show too much emotion, you're going to show that you care too much. And then you can be seen to be easily manipulated. But Alexis came on a more level-headed approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, "Hey, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Look, last few weeks, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't picked up your calls. Okay? And the reason why I haven't been picking up your calls is because of X, Y, and Z. That's the reason why. Right? She's already done, but she wants to let him know, listen, this is why I'm done. Right? But he's going to confirm it later on.
Okay, tell me why.
So.
Am I in trouble?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
A little birdie told me that you not only told me I was your number one, but there's some other women.
He's doing that same old tactic we've seen from the last few seasons. Aaron did it. Even a bit of London did this as well. Calling people number ones. Guys. Calling people number one. Like, guys, we can't. Listen, it's a dating show. It's a dating competition show. You can't be telling people they're number one. Not before they've actually concluded. Like, if you do that, you already set yourself up for a fall. And that's why he has to now lie. Because he set himself up for a fall. He set himself up for a fall because he set it up as in, you're my number one. And again, this is all lip service to try and get the person to bend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing a guy telling you sweet nothings, look for the action. If you're getting swayed by policy about it, if the action doesn't come, then he really isn't the one for you. If the action doesn't come, then he really isn't the one for you. And that's okay. It's okay to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game is very, very simple. Actions and words. Match them up. Actions, words. Match them up. When the actions are not matching the words, you know already something's not quite right. When it consistently, the words don't match the actions, you quit. When you have red flags, you quit. Don't wait around thinking, it's going to change or it's going to do something different. You don't need to. Quit. It's that simple. Right?
Women that you're telling are your number one. You're laughing. I really don't think it's funny. And then remember how you told me you were going to take me on a trip for my birthday, or you would consider that?
And again, yeah, you see, I love the fact that Alexis called him out as well when he started laughing, because he thought it was funny. He thought it was funny that he'd been caught out, right? Because he probably had a story to spin it, right? He probably has a story to spin it, but she's on job. Love it. On job. Love it. You know? And so watch the face now. Look at his face. He's gone from laughing to serious face. Why? He's been caught. And this is the point. When you catch the person in the act, you don't let them go. Oh, never gonna let you go, because you're my baby. Now, you're not gonna let them go. No. You're now gonna put on the pressure. G for pressure. What does that mean? It doesn't mean you slaughter them. It doesn't mean you hit them. It doesn't mean that you verbally get abusive. No. It means, let me finish my round and let me tell you exactly what it is. A, B, C, and D. And then I leave after. That's what it is. A, B, C, and D. And then I leave after. Right? And if they don't give you that chance, you say, do you know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm not going to finish my points. I bid you adieu. Have a nice day. Yeah? Because that's the face of somebody who's been caught.
It was a consideration, yeah.
But you also told some other ladies the same thing.
Did I? Alexis?
You see that straight away? Did I? He knows he did. He's ready to start the gaslighting. He knows he did. He knows he told other women this. He knows he did. Right? He knows he told other girls we're going to go flying. At least one other girl we know for definite. Andrea, in front of Amber. Sloppy. Careless. If you're talking about game, this is sloppy and careless. This is bottom barrel level game. That you didn't even think that I said this in front of other girls as well. Did you think they were not going to talk? This is what I'm saying to you, ladies. When a guy does stuff like this, you just vacate. You do not try to entertain. Don't try to understand his ways. Go.
Who we feel?
Oh, Troy. He's already talking about taking me somewhere for my birthday. I don't know how that's going to happen.
He told me the same thing.
My thing is, if you're interested in me, be interested in me.
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to that point, I don't necessarily agree. If you're honestly interested in me, be only interested in me. No, sis, you've got other options. It might have come out wrong, but what it meant was, don't be saying certain things to other girls as well, like that. Do you know what I mean? If you're saying that I'm number one, then let's see that behavior, which I can rock with. But if you're talking about, him not having other options, my friend, you need to back off. He needs to have other options. It's that simple. He needs to have other options. He can't stick only with you. Do you know what I mean? He has to have other options going on the go. Because at the end of the day, it's a competition. It is a show. We have other options, right? So yeah, that can't run if that's the case. If that's what she truly meant. But I think she probably meant, I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt. I think she actually meant that, if you're going to be saying I'm number one, don't be then showing me something else and different when you're going after different other girls. Because that's completely disrespectful to do that. And that one I can rock with. But if it's about him having options, sis, you already know you got options with Jason. You already got trying to have options with AJ. My sis, you are trying to have options with a few different men. So I hope that's not what you're saying, because that would be, now
we're here
controlling.
to date other people, so I'm going to be fair about it. But I think we need to be careful on telling in our conversations, repeating the exact same thing. On top.
Okay, so she cleared it up. So she cleared it, obviously, like, we know we have to date other people, but saying the same thing over to other people, which I agree with. That's, like I said, that's my space, bro. It's my space stuff. And it actually shows inherent laziness as well to try and connect with different women, and then you just use the same bars over and over again. Honestly, I think honestly, I think to myself with him, he's got amnesia when he gets to these points, right? But it's not just that. But like I said, I think for me that's scary. To be in a place where you do a certain behavior over and over and over again, and you even tell us it's a signature move, and then you suddenly forget that you've done it to other women. And that's why I said that from the last video I did. I said it's borderline. This is where you go into when we're talking about sexual violence and sexual assault, because these are the kind of thought processes that come with it. Like, how are you breaking people's boundaries and forgetting you're breaking their boundaries? How is it you're kissing women and forgetting that you're kissing women? Like, do you know what I mean? That for me is scary. You know what I'm saying? That's for me is scary. I'm not saying he is or anything like that of the sort. What I'm saying is that can lead to that kind of behavior. We can't defend this behavior. Suddenly forgetting that he didn't what he did.
The fact that, like, when I just came in here, you kissed me on my forehead, and then you kissing the other lady.
I didn't kiss you today.
When I just came in, you just kissed me on the cheek or forehead. You forgot that?
See, he's forgetting that. He's not remember that he did that again from just a few minutes ago. Come on, man. A few minutes ago, you've forgotten that you kissed some people on the, like, come on, bro. You were telling the boys in the den that you kissed these girls on the cheek. How are you forgetting? He didn't forget. And that's why I'm saying it's scary that you intentionally gaslight her and lied to her face like you forgot. You ain't forget, because when you were being pulled up in Tommy's Tavern, you ain't forget. You ain't forget. That's dangerous behavior. Very dangerous behavior. Ladies, stay clear of this kind of guy. Stay clear of this kind of guy. Stay clear of these type of guys. Let's play one more clip.
Quick, I need you to talk to me about that.
That's just not me.
What?
The kiss on the cheek. It's my signature move.
Man said, that's not me. But yet we just saw the clips of him kissing people on the cheek. This is not something that you forget. This is intentional. It's purposeful. It's intentful. Ladies, stay away from such a guy like this. Stay away from such a guy like this. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't want it. You don't need it. Don't want to be around it. Trust me. Yeah, it only ends badly. Okay, it only ends badly. But guys, listen. Let me just play this last clip of what happened. Yes, last part of the clip, what he talks about with Alexis. I think it's really important. All right.
Who's your number one?
Who's my number one?
Who's really your number one?
See, Alexis asked him a question which I don't think she needs to be asking at all. She asked him, who's your number one? It don't matter, because you're not going to be in the race for it, sis. Why? Because after he has lied to your face and denied it, you don't need him to be anywhere near number one, number two, number three. You don't care. You shouldn't care whether you're number one, number two, number three, number four, whether you're unlisted, unnumbered. It shouldn't matter to you, because if someone like that who's able to lie about something, you don't want that person in your life. Come on, these are relationship issues. Come on, guys. Let's not get ourselves into abusive, toxic relationships when we don't need to be in them, when we can do better and know how to do better. Yeah? So, guys, let me leave it there. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification up. Lows, we appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded. Much love. Stay